computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc inside.
Oh my god, a computer virus is taking over Smooth.
Oh no.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco is here with Smog and Smooth, and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations.
Ha! And I ended it. Yes.
Butter toast.
Oh my god. Ed, that was such a classic. Okay, you want me to say this again?
Yeah.
Cool. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Oh yeah, I think we all know. This isn't the press or and you die one, right?
No, this one we're gonna press more.
Got it. Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. Did he have any way of paying the loan back? Man, he doesn't care. The fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it up until he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him.
Help him? You?
Yeah, he helped him, all right. I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a bigger win. But the guy kept losing. So you were helping him for his sake or yours? Win through compromise. Yous help me, I help yous. What's the difference, huh? I don't believe this.
Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd loan you $5 max.
Wow.
Thanks a lot, Maya.
I'd lend Maya only a penny that was worth half a cent.
Bruh. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So, how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day? Didn't we already establish this? What? Sorry, I was dying. What do you think? The whole package. $100,000 including interest.
That's a real heavyweight punch.
Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world? That's all you's gotta know.
And how many times had Mr. Elk been late with his repayments?
once.
Oh shit!
And how much was he supposed to pay back every month? $50. Oh my goodness.
Sounds like Mr. L was in a real sticky spot.
Yeah, at $50 a month, he'd never pay that huge loan off. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. How much did he have left on his debt? You want to round figures? About $100,000. Man, he didn't even make a dent. That's the whole amount.
We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet.
What? You's telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee?
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elk.
That guy was smooth, I tell yous. Real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. The guy then calls me the tender tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Was that because he... The guy won the lottery. It was his last chance at a big win.
And you can confirm that this is the ticket in question?
That's it.
The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 p.m. and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with some accuracy.
And the whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. All so that Mr. Kudo would see it. I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it. Yes, I won. Oh,
Sorry.
dang.
Sticky fingers.
Daggone it. Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. If there was no one there, I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at that time.
So the victim had intended to pay... Oh god, I'm getting the meninges.
The what?
When... It doesn't make sense because that's part of the brain. But anyway, so the victim had intended to repay you from this lottery winnings from the beginning.
No. Seems that way to me.
But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you?
Hell no.
Ha! The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler.
He makes it sound so cool.
That's 'cause I am.
Don't be tempted, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it.
All I know is the kid took a shot. He got lucky in the end. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. The waitress, you mean... the girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little on this. What exactly are you implying the defendant did? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elg's coffee. A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trites.
The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I send down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split.
I see.
Your Honor,
Nice.
this witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
I concur, Mr. Godot. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness.
So that's what she's after, Phoenix, right? Thanks to what she did, my business with the kid was over. The tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are yous all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my 100,000 bucks back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before the waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell, as far far as I can tell from the witness's testimony.
Oh my.
Other than, his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended?
Leave it. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness! You will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
I was after the $100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. Are you saying you had no other motives that day? Yeah, so what?
Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left?
Why do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there. Because of Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad. She poisoned Elk's coffee. Unlikely theory. Wait, have I said this stuff before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trite.
The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I send down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split.
I see.
Your Honor, the witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended?
Leave it. Oh, I'm actually right this time? I better leave it at that, and whatever else he said. Thank you, Your Honor, but there is no need to amend the testimony.
Very well. Continue with your cross-examination then.
So the tiger was meeting Glen Elk to get his money back. If Mr. Elk had just given him the lottery ticket, that would have been the end of it.
Yeah. So, what's the tiger's motive? This is the big one.
She's about to blow, laddies!
Oh. If I don't manage to undermine this testimony, it's all over for us.
We'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Cement blocks tied to your feet.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about the big whale, the big white whale crushing down the fisherman boat.
Oh, got it. My bad. I ruined it. Why would he have to poison Mr. Elg? And why did he loan him the money in the first place when he knew he couldn't repay him? We'll find out. Never mind. I'm not even going to do it to myself. Never mind. I didn't say anything.
All recorded.
Oh my gosh. Did we establish? I mean, we know why. I guess. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So you just intended to get the $100,000 Mr. Glenn owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after.
Objection. What are you getting at, trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money?
Oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a totally different league.
The Ivy League?
Nice. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that?
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber.
A computer virus? Is it really lit and fire, fam?
Oh my
Gosh,
gosh.
time to go home.
What does one of those
Bruh.
do?
Computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc inside.
Oh my god, a computer virus is taking over Smooth.
Oh no. Speaking of a computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
Smooth's insides got wrecked.
Dang. Oh my. Don't even ask me what I'm thinking right now.
Messed up his guts, yo.
Oh my god. I'm dying.
A computer? What does one of those do?
Bruh. I guess to be here. What? Smog is dying right now.
Guess
Holy
the beard is the
moly.
only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. Oh my god. He got fucking attacked.
Well, I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market.
This is several million. Oh, my heart.
Oh god. And we're just gonna ignore the judge having a heart attack. Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. And this is where it all comes together.
What?
Glen Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money.
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get hold of that program?
Exactly.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder.
Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to this tune of $1 million?
In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery. Where did you get all this info? These medical papers document the treatment of a young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost over $1 million. Well, it didn't say over, it just said 1 million.
Did you make sure to do that with your pinky touching your mouth?
The pinky. Yes.
You have to make sure you did it. $1 million.
Austin Powers classic. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
Ha! No one will pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue.
I wish I could talk to Binks about that. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. Because his very life depended on it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gah!
Hold on, I got it.
Yo, that sounds like some death metal.
Girugamesh.
Which one are you talking about? The band or...
That, like, one commercial for Otakon.
Oh my god! Sushi! Anime! Girugamesh!
Order! Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did. simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini.
I wonder if her name is a play on words.
Oh. Your life was in danger unless you paid the compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. I'm gonna think about that play on words, see if it is. I don't know. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you.
Might be just like violent cadaver.
I was thinking, voila, Cadaverini.
Oh. Yeah, I get the cadaver part of it. Yeah, that's pretty apparent.
Voila, I'm going to kill you.
Oh my gosh. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt.
Bing, bing, bing.
On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then, a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened. But he can't. Neither can I.
The lottery win.
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery. Which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way.
It just makes me think of
Very
that
well
meme.
manicured fingernails.
Sure. Yeah, Viola takes care of him, yeah. So he resorted to illegitimate means.
Oh yeah, that would be Viola's. Yeah.
That's crazy. So crazy, we have deals going on down the street here at. Okay.
That was pretty good. He murdered Glen Elg, and then he made his next move.
He played his trap card.
To free Maggie Bird for the crime. To banish him to the Shadow Realm, Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg. While Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, There's no way the chef could have been kept out of it.
They weren't kept out. But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Goodell? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan.
Bing, bing, bing. Order! Order!
You's put on a good show, Spiky. Huh? If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. What?
I am here off the coast of Panama, where we just recovered what we believe to be the coffin of legendary explorer Sir Francis Drake, who was buried at sea over 400 years ago. Are you sure you want to be defiling your ancestors' remains like that?
You make it sound so dirty. Besides, thought you didn't believe me.
Well, I did do my research, and apparently Francis Drake didn't have any children.
Well, history can't be wrong, you know. For example, you can't defile an empty coffin.
Of course it's empty.
Hell?
What?
You devil.
What is it? Come on, hold it up.
No way. Deal was for a coffin. That's it.
Wait a minute. If my show hadn't have funded this expedition, you wouldn't have...
got your story, lady.
Look, Mr. Drake, you signed a contract. I have a right to see every single thing that...
Could you hold that thought? Sully?